Hey guys, this is Lawrence. I'm Polly with Junior Achievement. We are back, and today I am talking to Miss Erica Nelson. Erica, it's so good to be here with you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Could you tell us a bit about who you are, what your job title is, what you do?
Sure. Of course, I'm Erica, and I'm the recruitment manager at InMotion Hosting. And we also focus on within our recruitment team the community engagement piece and community branding for the company as well.
Excellent, excellent. And is this where you thought you were going to be when you grew up?
Not at all. I had no idea what I wanted to do when I grew up, when I was younger. Um, Really, none of kind of the core classes within high school registered with me
Sure.
or resonated with me. And then when I got to college, I started out as an undecided major and was just kind of feeling my way around things. And then I found I took a psychology course and was really interested in that. And a couple of the communications courses as well. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed seeing how people work and how things affect them and how that can change the broader picture of a society and
Mhm.
of a group. That was really interesting. So I just went down that path.
Sure.
And then that took me, I got an internship uh, within the school's HR department, human resources team, and didn't know anything about resources before that, but really kind of stumbled into it and loved it.
Sure.
Um, Loved the structure of it in terms of the policies and
Yeah.
everything like that, but also you're working with people. So there's always something new going on, always some surprises. People are unexpected sometimes in what they choose to do. So that
Absolutely.
kept it really fun for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. So every day is kind of like a new experience, and
yeah,
yeah. Okay. Cool. 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 Well, yeah. To that end, can you tell us like what a typical day kind of looks like for you?
sure. So on the recruitment side, of course, reviewing resumes, talking to candidates, scheduling, that sort of thing. Trying to keep us on track as far as our advertising costs and kind of managing that side of things.
Yeah.
And then also there's a lot of work with the hiring managers.
Mhm.
So if a department head has an opening, um, we're sitting down with them and talking about, okay, well, what do you need this candidate to look like
Mhm.
that you're going to bring into your team? And then comes kind of the psychology and the marketing piece, because we have to put ourselves in that candidate's shoes
Sure.
and say, all right, if I have this background, where am I going to be looking for jobs? What is going to catch my eye as far as some of the benefits and perks that they offer?
Mhm.
Somebody who's going for a sales position is going to think really differently than somebody going for a development role.
Right.
So, kind of keeping all of that in mind, and then tailoring our job posts to meet that persona,
Sure.
making sure that we put them on the right spot, and then also making sure that we're still being honest about the role in
Right.
that
Right.
and
Always
letting
helpful.
people know what they're getting into. Um, Keeping in mind search engine optimization
Mhm.
as far as keywords. What are people going to be searching when they're looking for this type of job to
Right.
try to find the best candidate experience? And then also responding to our reviews on employer review sites like Glassdoor.
Sure.
A lot of people, especially now, candidates will definitely check up on a company before they get too invested in it. They want to make
Yeah.
sure it's a place that they want to work and that other people enjoy working.
Absolutely.
Um, on the community engagement side, so looking at different ways to kind of give back to our community, and aside from kind of the main reason to do that, which is it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's also some branding aspects from that, so we want to make sure that we let people know what we are doing within the community. So marketing it on social media, working with our marketing team, and creating relationships that are ultimately going to be mutually beneficial
Sure.
for the company and the organization that we're partnering with.
Sure. 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 So it sounds like you wear many hats, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Again, it keeps it interesting.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like every
Changes
day
things
is,
up.
yeah, we like that. Our company program students are learning about, the various aspects of the business process. Marketing is a giant part of that.
Mhm.
So yeah, like what kind of insights can you offer that are kind of taking it beyond like what they learned in class since you actually work in the field?
Yeah, well, really, I think word of mouth can be so powerful, and understanding that any kind of interaction that you have with the public, whether that's recruitment, in community outreach efforts, or more standard ways like actual advertisements,
Mhm.
that's all marketing, that's all branding. You're always solidifying that.
Yeah.
And especially within recruitment too, we tell our hiring managers all the time, it doesn't matter if this person works for us or not. They're going to leave their interaction with the company with either a positive or negative experience, and they're going to associate that with the company. So then when they're looking for a hosting provider, they have friends or family that are looking for it,
Hmm.
are they going to recommend us? And
Hmm.
ultimately, of course, we want them to. we
Sure.
want we want to come to mind, regardless of if they're an employee or not. And things like Glassdoor too, I feel like especially now customers are taking into consideration the values that a company holds, and
Hmm.
if they want to support those values.
Hmm.
So making sure that from the whole package that we are aligned with what people want to be supporting, and
Right.
all of the different ways that people can kind of get that information through interacting with us.
Sure, sure, sure. Do you, I feel like you probably have a whole team that does this. Do you do anything with your social media? I know that's a big marketing avenue currently.
Yeah, so we have a designated social media coordinator within our marketing team, and we partner with her a lot.
Sure.
So we'll let her know when we have different things going on. We have a blog on our employment page, though, too. So that we have a little bit more hands-on control of,
Hmm.
and still letting her know, like, hey, we're putting up this article, so she can work it into the content calendar that she has going on.
Right,
A lot of
right.
what the marketing team is pushing on social media is more product related,
Hmm.
and so we try to integrate more of the culture pieces within the
Okay.
company.
So yeah, it's you're all coming together to kind of get the entire brand message out there.
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah. I think, sometimes with our company program in the before times, maybe, marketing a product, things like that. So yeah, there is that aspect, but then also what the company stands for. And social media seems like, oh yeah, it's social media. Like I'm on it personally, but to do it professionally is a full-time
Yeah,
job.
there's
Um,
there's a lot that goes into it, and there's a lot of algorithms and different things that you can have in your posts to help that visibility and that
mhm,
reach. So
absolutely.
there's definitely a lot of analytics that is on the
Yes.
back end of it.
Yes. And I think I think those are getting incorporated into like college classes, like college marketing classes now,
Yeah,
where, like when I was in college, it was like, oh yeah, just marketing,
right,
but now you
right.
can take whole classes on SEO, SEM, and it's fascinating how it all
Yeah,
works.
yeah. It's you get lost, like, because we have our Google Analytics for our employment page too,
Yeah.
and it's we got to take it in chunks because you can really there's so many different rabbit holes to go down,
Hmm.
and so you just got to figure out, okay, well, what data points do we want to focus on, do we think are going to be most beneficial to start with.
Absolutely. Yeah. You open up one of those reports and it's like, ah.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, I don't know if I need all this information, but it's here, so what can we do with it?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, to that end, like the principles of marketing can be applied kind of across our lives.
Hmm.
Do you have any advice to our students about like taking what they're learning in these classes and applying it either to like their educational careers or like beyond that?
Yeah, so I mean, something that you always want to think about is your own personal brand too. So especially as you are starting to apply for different jobs and things like that, um, make sure that you're treating yourself like a company, and you
Mhm.
want to market yourself to other people, to the interviewers, whoever it may be, so you can get that position that you're actually interested in. And the only thing, as we're talking about like all the different components that are interacting, if you're interested in something, if you're curious about Google Analytics, but haven't had the opportunity to come across it in class,
Mhm.
or some of that, research it on your own. That's
Sure.
fine. And You don't have to wait for somebody to teach it to you. There's so many different resources available, where you can kind of walk through the process.
Mhm.
A lot of free and even low cost options for learning things online, whether it be
Absolutely.
like Udemy, Coursera, and lynda.com are really good and comprehensive, but then there's also really more technical and more specific uh, sites that you can
Right.
find a lot of great resources. But
Absolutely.
if you do kind of do that research, or any type of personal projects that you're working on,
Mhm.
make sure you speak to it also when you are interviewing.
Mhm.
Give yourself credit. Let recruiters know
Yeah.
that you started playing around with it on your own, or you're doing some research. And that experience a lot of times can be just as valuable as any type of professional experience that you may have gotten, or classroom experience.
Yeah, absolutely, like, include that in any kind of, like, portfolio, resume that you're putting together,
Yeah,
because it shows that you've got, you're taking the initiative to go out and do that.
absolutely.
Yeah, and it's so cool, like, the things that you can learn just kinda, like, noodling around on the internet, so,
There's
LinkedIn's
so
a great
much.
one. Yeah, 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 that's so cool. Well, thank you so much for, taking some time today to talk to us. I think this is gonna be really valuable for our students, and, I'm sure we will be together soon, hopefully in person. Um,
Yes.
but we really appreciate you, so I hope you have an excellent, day today.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye bye.